The Cursed Banquet. In the village of Ayurkshetra, a famous businessman was hosting an extravagant feast to celebrate his business expansion. Villagers and guests from neighboring areas had gathered in the village for the lavish banquet. The grand feast was meant to be a celebration of abundance, but it unknowingly became the breeding ground for an epidemic. The event was held in an ornate banquet hall, decorated with garlands of fresh flowers and incense filling the air. Long tables were adorned with silver platters, clay pots, and brass serving dishes, brimming with a rich spread of traditional foods. However, hidden beneath the aroma of ghee, spices, and sweets, a silent danger lurked: the presence of bacterial contamination. Shortly after the feast, a wave of sickness began to spread through the attendees. It started with stomach cramps, nausea, and vomiting, but quickly escalated. Ayurva's observation. With my diagnostica, I sensed a gastrointestinal epidemic spread in my village and nearby villages. Seeing that all the attendees of the feast were infected, I went to inspect the food supply. I detected a bacterial contamination in the food supply. Cause of the outbreak. During the grand banquet, a large amount of food were prepared and stored improperly. The contamination occurred due to stale and leftover food. Food was cooked in bulk but left uncovered in warm conditions, allowing bacteria to multiply. Dirty water source. Water used for cooking was contaminated due to poor hygiene, introducing harmful pathogens. Improper food handling. Vendors and chefs did not wash hands properly, transferring bacteria to the food. The bacterial culprits. Using diagnostica, I detected that 3 main bacterial strains were causing the outbreak: Salmonella species, E. coli, and Clostridium perfringens. Symptoms of the epidemic. Phase 1. Early symptoms. Within 2 to 6 hours of contaminated food consumption. Nausea and uneasiness. A feeling of discomfort in the stomach, often accompanied by bloating. Abdominal cramps. Sharp, twisting pain due to bacterial toxins irritating the gut line. Loss of appetite, the body's natural defense against further ingestion of toxins. Phase 2. Acute symptoms, 6 to 12 hours after infection. Severe vomiting, forceful expulsion of contaminated food to prevent further poisoning. Watery diarrhea, frequent loose stools. Dehydration. As fluids are lost rapidly, symptoms like dry mouth, dizziness, and excessive thirst appear. Burning sensation in stomach and chest, caused by excess acid production and irritation of the gut lining. Fever and chills. Phase 3. Severe infection, 12 to 24 hours after exposure. High risk cases. Blood in stool, a sign of severe intestinal inflammation and damage to gut lining. Persistent high fever above 102 degrees Fahrenheit. Severe dehydration, dry, cracked lips, sunken eyes, rapid heartbeat and confusion. Extreme weakness and muscle cramps due to rapid loss of essential electrolytes like sodium, potassium and magnesium. Neurological symptoms, rare but dangerous cases. Dizziness, blurred vision, confusion, or even temporary paralysis. Worst case scenario, systemic infection and organ failure. 24 plus hours, critical cases. In some cases, due to untreated infection, the bacteria entered into the bloodstream, leading to septic shock, acute kidney failure, respiratory distress, unconsciousness,